What is up, guys? Welcome back. It's kind of a great big update video. I know we haven't posted in a few days, and I think most everybody knows now why we haven't. And so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that. I want to update that the Etsy shop will be open on Saturday at noon Eastern time, which is Ohio time / New York time, same time zone. Barring any major changes in my dad's condition. Okay, so you guys get my heart every time. The amount of emails, comments, and everything that I've posted everywhere. You guys have hit it, found it, and commented on it, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I cannot. So for those of you who might not know yet, Wednesday morning my dad had a stroke, and obviously they rushed him straight to the hospital. It did basically which would be back here in the brain. It did cause some damage in the brain, and it's a lot of process. It's a lot of tests. It's a lot of time sitting and waiting. And the end result right now is that his cognitive skills are very good. They do cognitive tests like every hour, make sure he can move his arms, move his legs, stand up, sit down, walk around, simple stuff, touching his nose, touching their fingers, things like that, just to make sure his motor skills are where they need to be. And so he's doing very well there. His cognitive tests have shown improvement. When he first got to the hospital, he thought it was last month, so he thought it was October still. He knew yesterday was the 30th of November. He knew yesterday was the 30th of the 11th month. And it was challenging. I had a really good conversation with him. We carried on a normal conversation. No slurred speech, no searching for words or anything like that, just a regular normal conversation. So that was a plus, but I couldn't get him to tell me that it was November. But he kept saying it was the 11th month. So I don't know what to make of that. Probably nothing. Hopefully it's just, that's kind of where it is. Overall, he's very stable. They have done several ultrasounds or echocardiographs on his heart from every single position, back, front, side, shooting up, down, sideways, all of that, with dye, without dye, or trace, whatever you want to call it. We're waiting for the results of that right now, but it seems like, so the biggest issue is the damage to the brain has caused some, there's still an active bleed, and there's some active swelling with fluid and blood on the brain that is causing him severe headaches. However, that generally, according to what we've been told, that generally peaks at 3 to 5 days. So he'll definitely be in the hospital for at least 5 days. They're doing CAT scans around the clock, and they'll measure the size difference of what it looked like an hour ago, what it looks like now, to determine when or if it stops bleeding. Now, if it does not stop bleeding or swelling, then what they'll need to do is remove a piece of the skull and put a drain tube in there, and potentially have to scrape out some of the damaged tissue that's trying to heal itself, which is what's pulling fluid to that area and or still bleeding. So that's where we are now. We're optimistic on the outcome. It's basically, once you eliminate everything else and you're down to just waiting for the brain to stop swelling while it's trying to heal itself. So that's where we are now. I think we're in a good place, cautiously optimistic that the swelling will stop and they won't need to remove piece of his skull. So that's where we are. I literally cannot thank you guys enough. I tried to say it earlier. He get me in my feels every time. But he I mean, obviously he's tired, lethargic, he's sore, he has headaches. But outside of that, his normal cognitive responses are good. So again, I cannot thank you guys anywhere near enough. So we do appreciate that. I big hug. What's this? So the Etsy shop. Again, Etsy shop will be open barring any catastrophic events with my dad's health. Okay, so you guys know, like, as always, we'll do whatever is absolutely necessary to get the soap out there for you guys. And I know 99% of you are going to jump in the comments and say it's not important, and it's not. In the scheme of life, it's not. But we've worked for it. We've brought it to you guys. We want to bring it to you. So December launch is going to be tomorrow, 12/2. We are going to leave that up until 12/11. So you guys will have from the 2nd to the 11th to shop on the 9th. So 12/2 we launch, 12/9 everything, anything and everything that we have. We're going to do a little mini restock on the 9th, put everything out there. We're already putting a massive, the same as last month out there in numbers. And then anything left that would be like show stock, we're gonna go ahead and just drop that on there too for you guys if you want it. And then on the 11th at 10 p.m. on 12/11, we have to cut it off because the post office guaranteed delivery date is like the 16th. So we want to have time to process the orders, pack them, and get them to the post office for guaranteed delivery for you guys. That being said, Callie, again, my deepest apologies. I've said it to you guys before. Once it's in the hands of the post office, there's nothing I can do about it. And as soon as we realized that the package was never going to be found, we immediately sent her out. We've replaced her order with with what she had ordered and sent that out to her, and she got that in like 2 days versus the 14 days I think we had waited trying to find the package through the post office. Now, let us move on to Cookie Don't Care. I am not going to show you this whole shirt yet because I'm going to turn this over to Miss Cookie. All right, y'all. We're going to introduce you to the Cookie Don't Care shirt. That looks good on you, Miss Cookie. I will stop this in a second. I just want you to see it on her. Look at her little chunky belly. Look at you. So Cookie Don't Care. That's what we look like, guys. It's beautiful. We ended up with a sport gray shirt, and I'll explain that in a second. But let me. What do you think? Do you like it? Oh, you look so cute. Oh. You look so cute. She doesn't seem to care. Okay, so that's the Cookie Don't Care shirt. I'm trying to keep this really short, guys. So let me go show you the rest. Okay, so here's kind of what we went with. Obviously, as Cookie is the face of the business. Cookie right there. The writing. So what I kind of wanted with the script on hers was kind of like a kindergarten second grader Cookie Goat wrote it. So it's a little like, I kind of really liked the original like Chick-fil-A script, which was kind of like, if you guys remember when they used to have the cows on their logos and they're like, eat more chicken. So I was kind of trying to go with that kind of feel. So it's like, it's not our normal font. So I like that because it's like, who cares what it looks like? And so, and Jay, my guy, UK Jay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Jay reached out and he's like, hey man, I'm in the UK. Like, I need you to put something on there that identifies you guys are in Ohio, USA. So we did Ohio, USA on there. Maybe we'll go back and do established 2019. But so you have the Zioncreekfarm down here. So everybody knows what that is. And then you have the immaculate face of the Cookie Monster right there. And the script that is kind of like a kid wrote it. A little bit of like, I don't care what it looks like. It's a little bit, I really like the font. As soon as I found it, I was just flipping through tons and tons of fonts. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's the one right there. It's kind of messy. I just love it. So we'll talk about the color change. One, we went back and forth quite a bit about whether or not this would actually work on our very dark heather gray t-shirts. The black didn't really seem to pop very well, and we couldn't do this in white because Cookie has so much white in her face, it looked bad. So we ended up with the, kind of on accident, let me move you guys back up to my face. Kind of on accident, we ended up with a lighter colored shirt. So our classic tee, which is the Zioncreekfarm handmade goat milk soaps, which tons of you guys own. Gildan, who makes those shirts, personally, I think they screwed up. They started coming in as like this gray brown color. They're not the right color. And so Chris reached out to them several times, they sent him several batches. He's like, stop sending me these. It's the same exact mistake. It's not the right color. And they said, well, we're not making that dark heather gray anymore. So according to Gildan, they no longer make our dark heather gray shirt. H and I have almost 40 years combined in corporate retail, and somebody screwed up is what's happened, and they realized they were sitting on a few hundred thousands of that bad color. And I assume what they're going to do is get the right colors coming in, stockpile those, tell everybody, well, we're not doing the dark heather gray anymore. This is the new dark heather gray. They'll sell through those. They'll come back and they'll say, well, nobody really liked that shirt, so we're going to switch back to the original dark. I've been around the block. I'm guessing that's what happened. So I assume that they'll get back into the dark heather gray. If not, this is called sport gray, but it actually seems to be a little lighter than sport gray. This is a 90% cotton, 10% poly shirt. So it's going to shrink. It's a little long. It's going to shrink up a little bit. I don't think it'll shrink in. I just think it's going to shrink up a little bit. So we got 2X, 3X, 1X, large, medium, and small. And we increased the larger shirt sizes by a good bit. So those will be out there. They'll be on Etsy tomorrow. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If not, I really need to let you guys go, and I need to get going. We have the show tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Schedule's floating out there somewhere. You can go look at it. And I hope you guys really like this. I love. Let's just show Cookie. Are you trying to untie her shirt for her? You trying to get it off there? I'll take it off before I leave, guys, because I don't want her to get it hung up on anything. Maybe we'll leave it on her and we'll do a giveaway. I love how gorgeously rich her collar came out there. It's just amazing. I love it. Got a little bit of her ear interrupting the font right there, which is cool. And then the Zioncreekfarm there. Ohio, USA for Jay. And Miss Cookie, you want to keep your shirt or you want to take it off, baby? Or you just don't care? She doesn't seem to care at all. I do worry about her getting her leg out of it or stuck in it or something to that effect. That's why we've never really put clothes on the babies, because the first couple times we did it, I'd come over here and somebody have it wrapped up around their neck all twisted, or they have one leg in there and their leg's twisted and it's, you know, they can't walk, they're laying down, they're stuck in it. So I'll probably take it off before we go. Maybe we'll hang it in the house somewhere for representing. Oh, thanks for coming out in the light. That's even better, baby. There you go. All right, let's do a comparison. Show me your face. Show me your face. Show me your face. Show me your face. Cookie. 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 Such a weenie.